Welcome to my smartphone screen, and I'm going to show you some essential apps that will make life with your EV car come alive. I can't tell you how good some of these apps are, in particular the My Peugeot app. Now the My Peugeot app, you can download that from the Google Play Store or your Apple Store. When you launch the My Peugeot app, you'll be presented with this screen. The first time you use the app, you'll need to enter your VIN number. Once you've entered the VIN number, you'll be presented with the car. So my car is the EV208 and it's in pearl white, and you can see it here. It tells me I've got 129 miles left of range charge at the moment, and it tells me charge is in progress. If I click the charge in progress option, I can see I'm 63% charged. Charging speed, I'm charging currently at 26 miles per hour, which leaves me with 2 hours 35 left to complete the charge. I can choose to charge it immediately every time I plug the car in, or I can set a deferred charging time. Using deferred charging time is particularly good if I'm using Octopus Energy or someone with a really cheap overnight specialised tariff. So Octopus at the moment are about 5 pence a kilowatt hour overnight between midnight and 5 AM. If I set my deferred charge to be that, I'll be charging my car for about £4 on an evening to charge it fully up. Chances are it wouldn't be fully discharged. I'd probably have half the battery left, which means probably £2 to charge my car up overnight. Fabulous. Find a public charging point is another option, and it automatically launches the BP Pulse app on doing this. You'll need to log in and register your account to do so. Coming back to the main screen, I can also see contacts and assistance, appointments and estimates. That's all to do with the servicing. And also you'll notice below the charge the climate control. Climate control allows me to activate the aircon remotely. So if I'm about to leave the house and it's a bit warm outside, get my aircon on so I'm jumping into the car at a cool 21 degrees or a nice warm 21 degrees in the freezing cold of winter. Now I can also program the air conditioning, so if I know that every day I tend to leave work at say 6 PM, I'll put this on for 6:05, say I'm a little bit late out the door, 6:05 PM, and I can tell it every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday and Friday my car will be preconditioned to 21 degrees when I jump into it. What a fabulous little commute home. Going back to the main screen, we also see a little map here which locates your car for you. Particularly useful if you've parked in a very large car park or maybe in a city where you've forgotten where you've parked your vehicle. You can press the second option across, which is Go to My Vehicle, and it presents you with Google Maps showing you exactly how to get to your car. In my case, a 4-minute walk to find my car. How about that? Fabulous. Let's go back to the app. Third icon across is Prepare My Trip. If I prepare my trip and choose a location that I'm going to go to, in the search box ahead, I can preset my navigation in my car for that journey. My destinations underneath keeps popular journeys in mind, so here Birmingham B26 is in fact Birmingham Airport. If I click Birmingham Airport, it tells me it's 26 miles from my position, which means it doesn't need me to go to any recharging points. Now if that distance was more than the charging data I have, then it will also pre-program a sat nav to show where the charging points are available. Share my position is quite useful. I can then tell people exactly where I am. So if I'm waiting to pick someone up, I could be telling someone exactly. I could email them, WhatsApp them, Instagram them, share my position so they can find me, and again it will send them a Google Maps link that they can use for navigation. The second tab across from the home button is journeys. Now at the moment I haven't got any populated journeys because this car, I've only just set this app up with the car, but any journeys that you've made will be registered here. I can even personalize them to say this is a personal or business trip, and then from that I can even download a spreadsheet to export say the business trips to make say business claims on. The maintenance tells me when it's due, so scheduled service in 1 year or 4971 miles. I can even contact and book it in directly from this app. Maintenance performed will list any services already taken. Fourth icon across is the vehicle information. So again, I see the car with its VIN number and its current miles, 3790. I can book the services. It will tell me if there's any software updates available. And really useful, the vehicle information. By clicking this tab, I now get a format of the digital handbook. So these cars only come with a flimsy manual because the digital handbook here is so much more interactive. I'm going to click that. Digital handbook will open up a visual representation of the car. Any of these hotspots pictured will then give me more information on that part of the car. So I'm going to click the cockpit and it will tell me what all the different icons are that are on there. So the power indicator, if I go to there, will tell me about the charge, eco, the power zone, how they all work. So this is more technical information. If I go back to the digital handbook, there's other ways of browsing this. Okay. Down on the bottom right of the screen here, you see a more conventional content section essentially. If I click this, it brings up what the paper version of the manual would be, if you like. So going into this, you'll see driving, and then driving recommendations, anti-theft, electric parking brake tells me all about this, hill assist, driving modes. If I choose a driving modes, it'll show me a driving mode selector here, look. Tells me about all the different modes and what they do for me. Another way to view the car information and learn about how to get the best out of it is the second icon on the left. It tells me all about the touch screen, how it works, and all about the sat nav. If I want to know what the voice commands are, I can then browse this like a manual, swiping from right to left, turning the pages, telling me about how the voice commands works and what benefits they are to me. This would simply tell me that saying navigate to Birmingham Airport would be all that would be required to set my sat nav up hands-free. Additionally, and this is a fabulous piece of information in the manual, so coming back out to this screen where the digital handbook is available, just below there is a video tutorials. If I click the video tutorials, it asks me, do I want to know about the sat nav, the actual app itself, or more about my car? So if I go to more about my car, I can see here a whole cluster of videos. If I choose the instrument panel, it would launch this video, and in this video, although you won't be able to hear the sound at the moment, our presenter perfectly describes how the 3D cockpit works for you. So I'm going to press play. It will show you exactly how it works, all the different display modes. So you get a fabulous video tutorial. So no matter how your learning preference is, what your learning preference is, whether you like videos, whether you want to read it in detail, or you just want some brief pictures and diagrams which take you to them, they're all here in the app. It really is a fabulous app. Now one other app I'm going to have to recommend would have to be Zap Map. If I go back to my Peugeot panel here, I have Zap Map available. Essential to electric vehicle owners. So here with Zap Map I'm zooming out across the country and my region that I'm in. If I zoom back in, I can then see various charge points available across my area. If I click one of these, I'll see here I'm at Bromsgrove train station. It tells me it's a BP Pulse, so that's registered with this Peugeot app. It says there are 4 connectors. If I click that, it'll give me some more information. It tells me here device 1 is out of service, and it's got two Type 2 connectors on it. It's out of service, but if I scroll down a bit more, I now see device 2 it was charging 2 minutes ago, and there is another connector available 2 minutes ago. So if I went to Bromsgrove train station, I know that this Type 2 connector charging at 7 kilowatts an hour is available. If I take the train into Birmingham, by the time I come back, I'm nicely charged up for my return journey. So I'd like to share one more piece of wisdom with you. There are many comparison sites out there, and one in particular that is particularly useful for owners of EV cars is this little website called smarthomecharge.co.uk. Now, Smart Home Charge allows you to select your car, and then it will tell you more about charging options and the various energy providers. So here I've selected the Peugeot range of cars from the website, and it lists hybrid cars, look, even the vans that we do, e-boxes, e-rifters, all the cars are here. Now I can see the E208 and the E2008. So I'm going to select the E2008. It then gives me further information, telling me I've got a 50 kilowatt hour battery with a Type 2 connector and a range of 206 miles. As I scroll down this page, it'll show me various suppliers with various wall chargers, many different types, giving you an idea of prices. Remember, all these will be subject to having an OLEV grant and saving up to £350 on the charger. Now if I go to compare energy tariffs, I then get this screen. So here, this little slider, I can adjust how many miles a week I'll be doing. So I slide this down to say, I don't know, 150 miles per week, 7,800 miles a year that would equate to. And the first one that comes up on my comparison sheet is this one, Octopus Energy. Now this tariff, you'll notice, has an off-peak rate of 5 pence a kilowatt hour, and the off-peak hours are 12:30 AM to 4:30 AM in the morning. And it tells me here that it's 1.21 pence per mile to charge, and a single charge would cost me £2.50. Now remember, that's if my battery was almost depleted. That's giving me a full charge essentially over that period. In many cases you won't be in that instance, so you can imagine if your battery was half full, we're talking about £1.50 to charge a car back up. And it gives me a rough idea at that sort of mileage that it costs me about £94 a year. And think on just how much petrol that would cost you. I'll then show you other various energy providers, and you can see some very different rates, but it's a great comparison site to consider switching your energy provider to get the best rates for you. Here's another one, Eon Next Drive. Off peak is 12 till 4 AM. Now remember, you can set that deferred charging that we showed you in the My Peugeot app, and you too will be able to take advantage of these fabulous rates. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Hope you picked up some great tips along the way. Enjoy your car.